I'm Micah.
And I'm Shane.
And you have stumbled upon The Fountains of Youth, your go-to podcast for those seeking to stay forever young in mind, body, and spirit.
Is it possible the two youths?
The two what?
It's gonna be lit, man.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fountains of Youth. I'm your host, Micah, and alongside is my awesome co-host, Shane.
I like that. Awesome. Hey, everyone. I'm so glad that you tuned in today.
Today, we have a special guest with us, Teresa Dew Kelly, the Director of Regional Development for the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. We're thrilled to have you here, Teresa.
Oh, it's nice to be here.
Fantastic. This episode is all about community service and giving back. And who better to discuss that with than Teresa? But first, we're going to kick things off with a fun game called Back in the Day. Should be fun. We'll all get a little nostalgic and reminisce about the good old times.
Oh, yeah.
The 80s and 90s. Long time ago.
Not that long. Teresa, help me.
Yeah.
After that, we'll dive into our segment, Grilling Teresa, which we'll get to know more about Teresa's amazing work and the impact of the food bank. And finally, we'll wrap things up with a hilarious game we're calling Fake Foods, in which we'll try to spot some fake knockoff brands. So
I can't wait. Yeah.
All right. Well, we usually like to start with a few fountain moments. So we like to think about things that we did that kind of brought us back either to our childhood or helped connect something exciting in us. So Shane, you got any fountain moments you want to share?
Fountain moments. Recently, we went to the lake on vacation. And
was there fishing involved?
There was fishing involved. There's always fishing involved.
You're getting good at fishing.
Yeah, I am. But we went fishing, and where we go to the lake at, we go swimming there as well. And in this lake, there's like 3 different species of mussels.
Okay.
And so what we would do is we would pick the mussels up and see who could skip them the furthest. Yeah. So,
that sounds fun.
yeah, we did not damage. No mussels were injured in the...
Except yours.
Yeah.
You're all sore for a while.
It was. So we did some of that. We did some tubing.
Nice.
Yeah, behind the boat there. So
I'm feeling bad for the mussels right now. They're they're just chilling on the bottom, hanging out with their friends. All of a sudden,
see ya.
And they go flying across the lake, and yeah,
they had a protective coating.
It's okay.
Yeah. They were right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was kind of my most recent.
All right. Well, Teresa, I don't know if you have any fountain moments recently you want to share. Anything exciting you did?
I do. Probably about 3-4 weeks ago, Mike and I went on a cruise, and we were able to jet ski.
Oh, I love that.
And Bimini.
Ooh.
So that was...
So Bimini
Yeah.
is, and my only reference with Bimini is...
pigs.
No, but that sounds amazing too. So Ponce de Leon, which is kind of our hero here on the podcast of Fountains of Youth. He, the rumor, the legend is that he was looking in Bimini for the Fountain of Youth.
And do you know, when we got back from the cruise, we stayed for an extra day because the space shuttle was taken off.
Oh, wow.
And so we stayed, and we drove down the coast in Florida and went to the location that they say in Florida where Ponce de Leon came aboard on the ship. And we got pictures of his statue there. And
We'll have to post those.
Yes, please.
So I'll share
we want the
those.
Ponce pictures for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, amazing. That's great. Well, I just have a quick fountain moment here. My son turned 10 the other day, and I know it's going crazy. But they had this 25, 30-foot inflatable water slide at the party. And, and it's fun, always fun to watch the kids and be the adult and supervise. But I think part of the fountain moments for me is always all right, when can I be the kid? When can I do the kid thing? And so I got in line with all the other kids there, probably 10 kids or so, and got in line and climbed up, and all the kids started chanting my name.
Oh, go Micah,
ready to go.
Micah.
Yeah, go down. And I was just like the hero of the playground for a moment, and it brought me back. Went down the water slide into the water. I got water in places I didn't want water, but it was fantastic, and the kids loved it. And I went a few times with my kids as well. Yeah, so fun.
That's awesome.
Well, I'd really like to get going with this, talking about the food bank with Teresa, but I think we need something first.
We probably need a joke of the day.
A joke of the day, absolutely. I was at the restaurant the other day.
Okay.
And the waitress comes up at the end of our meal and says, do you want a box for your leftovers? I said, no, but I'll wrestle you for them.
It's good.
And our joke of the day is brought to you by
Red Robin.
Yum. Good folks over there at Red Robin. Yeah, we appreciate their sponsorship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that waitress was, she's a good wrestler. I lost.
Should have boxed.
I did not get the leftovers. Fantastic. All right. Well, we're going to have a little bit of fun here and get to know you, Teresa. So before we jump into our grilling segment where we really give you the tough questions, we'd love to know about, who you are and where you are in life. We'd love to hear about your background, your work, and your family.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So I am a resident of Lee County, Sanford, most all my life. I was born in Fort Meade, Maryland. I was an Army brat, but we moved here shortly after that. So this is home. This is where I grew up. My grandparents lived in Sanford. On my dad's side and my mother's side, they lived in Broadway. Mm-hmm. So I have both aunts and uncles all surrounded me here. So got married when I graduated from high school and had two sons, Ricky Dew and Dustin Dew, and we raised a family here. And my first husband passed away at 49, and so I ended up remarrying, and Mike is my second husband, and we had our 13-year wedding anniversary this past week. Awesome. So that's pretty exciting. And I have 4 grandchildren.
We got to applause for that.
Yeah, 13 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we have 4 grandchildren. Wyatt and Gage are Ricky's boys here in Sanford, and they are 17 and 12. He's getting ready to turn 13. And then I have 2 grandsons in Birmingham, Alabama with Dustin that are 4 and 2.
Wonderful, wonderful. And now I've always known you as the CUOC lady, and CUOC stands for
Christians United Outreach Center.
And, so you've kind of been over the CUOC for like
15 years.
15 years, yeah.
It was right. I was on the board for probably about 6 or 8 months on their board of directors before they hired me as the executive director. So I was the first full-time executive director and stayed there for a little bit, about 14 and a half years.
Nice. And then recently you got a big job change. That's exciting.
Yeah. So that happened toward the end of the summer last year. The gentleman that I'm replacing, Michael Cotton, was our branch manager for the Sand Hills branch of the food bank, and he retired. He stepped away from that and recommended me to the management of the food bank. And because of the long partnership that we'd had, they reached out. And so it was just a great opportunity for me to kind of re-stimulate my career on a lot larger scale. It was great working for one organization in one county, but now I'm over 4 counties and I have 70-some organizations that fall under. So
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot to manage, but you've shown that you're up for the task, and so we look forward to getting to know a little more about you in our grilling segment. So before we do that, we like to play a few games on the podcast. We have a little fun, Shane.
We do. And one of the games that we like to play or kind of talk about is Back in the Day.
Back in the Day. So this was episode, I believe, was it 2 or 3?
I was going to say 2.
You say 2?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say 3 then.
We always have a competition.
Yes, I think it's 3. But in that episode, we talked about some of the things that we're going to tell our kids. So when we were young, our parents told us sob stories about how tough it was, and black and white TV and walking uphill to school.
Both
ways in the snow. But we there's a lot of things that we're going to be able to talk to our kids about. We talked about, recording, having the cassette recorder and recording things off the radio so we can play it back later, because that's a great way to do that. You guys probably were 8 tracks. Was that you, Shane? 8 tracks?
We did.
You're in the 8 track?
Yeah. I never had
Your 8 track?
I never had a vehicle that had the 8 track, but we had 8 tracks at the house.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game here. Shane's going to lead the way here. And we've got a list of different things, different activities, and you get a point for each one that you have done. And it's going to kind of bring us back.
Ooh. All right. So have you ever used a card catalog?
Card catalog. The library, right?
Library, yeah. Library card catalog.
Flip through.
We had to go through to...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For me.
And even my first job, we used it for our clients. You
Okay,
went
yeah.
through, you had a Rolodex
Right.
where you had everybody's contact information. So.
Oh yeah. All right.
All right, and I hope you're listening right now. I hope that you're keeping score for yourself,
yourself,
too.
yeah.
See if you beat us. Here we go.
Okay. So, have you ever wore a flannel shirt over a band T-shirt?
Yes.
Ooh, I wore flannel over things, but I don't remember having a band T-shirt.
I don't think I have.
It was probably,
What was the band?
probably Alabama.
Ah, nice, nice.
country
All right, point for our guest.
Those Dustin's there, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, Sweet Home,
So-
Alabama.
How about drink the original Crystal Pepsi,
That clear stuff.
clear Pepsi?
Remember Pepsi Clear? Like
in the
No.
bottle? In the bottle. With
Shane?
the-
Is that
yeah.
you? Yeah, you're in. Was it good?
I'm a Coke person, so I didn't go with that.
Yeah, I just had to try it. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Was it like similar? Or
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was.
Didn't
It didn't last long.
No, it did not.
No. All right. How about this? Fished a toy out of a cereal box with your bare hands.
Yes.
Yeah, guilty as charged.
Yes.
It was always a competition, and my brother got really good at it. You'd shake it
Oh,
so
yeah,
the
get
toy
it
would go to
settle.
the top, and then he'd kind of pour it backwards so it would so the toy would fall out. Because the rule in our house was that it has to fall into your bowl and you get the toy.
Oh.
And so Noah would hack. I hear you. You know, if you're listening right now, I have not let that go. So you did, Shane?
Yes.
Okay. And I did as well.
All right. How about this? Made juice from frozen concentrate in a can.
Yes, and that was the only juice we had for
Yeah.
a lot of years
Yep.
growing up.
I just remember that metal lid.
yeah.
tin.
You'd pull it off and
Yeah.
it would go around. And
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that a yes for you, Shane? Then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a yes. I actually did this like 3 days ago. I made it in a can for my kids because that's the way to do it. So I grew up doing it. All right.
All right. So everybody's good on that one. How about this? Attended a birthday party at a fast food restaurant.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think so. I feel like I should have, but I didn't go
Chuck
to a
E.
lot of
Cheese
parties.
count? Yeah.
We were
I mean, it
just talking
should.
about the new Mr. Gaddy's, the Mr.
yeah,
Gaddy's
yeah.
coming back, and so
Hey,
the
good
boys
people at
when
Mr.
they
Gaddy's.
were
Yeah,
they were
great
little, we had birthday parties and baseball
Yeah.
games at Mr. Gaddy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Gaddy's.
That was good.
Looking at you.
So next, can still imitate the dial-up sound for the internet.
I don't do a very good job of imitating it, but I can hear that
think we gotta
sound
hear
in
this.
my head.
This is an audio podcast, so
Yeah.
let's hear it. Let's hear your best. Yeah.
Boop 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 boop.
Shane, I think you can do better. Let's see what you got.
That's
That
really
was
close.
actually really good.
Yeah, there you
That's what I was
go. We
missing.
missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
I
I can
missed
do it really well. Ready?
There it is.
Like, what were all those beeps
We
even
grew
doing?
up on
I know,
that
it's so
sound.
silly.
I mean, that was the best sound
That
in
was.
the world when you could finally get through. If it
Until
wasn't
somebody
going
picked
beep,
up the
beep,
phone
beep,
in the
beep,
other room.
Oh, yeah. That was a problem.
All right, next. We're kind and remembered to rewind.
You were kind and remember to rewind.
We're kind.
Yeah, that was those VCR tapes
Yes.
at Blockbuster.
Be
that we had to
kind,
turn back.
rewind. Those stickers on them.
Yep.
Like, was there a penalty for not doing it?
It was.
It was you when you went back. They would charge you that rewind charge, and it was like what was it, like $1 or something? What,
I don't
do you
know.
remember?
Rental was
brutal.
probably $1, $2.
So maybe
so that
50
was a
cents or
Friday night thing. After dinner, you would go and rent movies at Blockbuster to keep the weekend.
All right, how about this? Someone in your family collected Marlboro points.
No Marlboro points. My dad was a Pall Mall smoker.
I had some family members that collected
Nice.
the points. Yeah, not me. I never did. Did you? No.
I did not.
All right. How about this? Use collect calling to schedule pickups.
Like, pick me up and use collect call. I did that.
No, I did not.
So it'd be like after practice at the gym, we'd go to the payphone,
Yeah.
but you didn't have a quarter, so you'd
Do a
collect call.
Pick me up. Yeah.
Yeah, pick me up.
I did not.
I did not.
My dad would beat me. I did.
All right, point for me then.
All right. How about talk to a friend's parent before they got on the phone?
Yeah, small talk like
Yeah.
before. Yeah,
Chit
yeah.
chat.
I was down for that.
No.
No, Shane, you in for that?
I had. I mean, I've
Done it.
done
Yeah, I still do it.
Yeah. I don't mind a little chit chat.
Yeah.
All right, how about this one? Covered textbooks with paper grocery bags.
Yes.
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 Shane? Yeah.
Yes. Do you know anyone who died of dysentery?
No.
I believe the reference is the Oregon Trail. Do you remember that video game, the Oregon
I
Trail?
do remember. Yeah.
And so you died of dysentery.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I died of dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that is not an actual
right.
somebody. So did you play Oregon Trail?
No.
Oh, okay. Shane?
That was probably in
you didn't play it?
between.
Okay.
That was,
I'll take the point for that one.
Have you ever star 6'9"'d someone?
yes.
I remember that. So this is like when I called you
And then
and you
Star.
didn't answer it, but you can hit *69 and it'll call them right back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah, I have done that.
Because without caller ID, like you have no idea who just called you.
That was caller ID.
And if you missed like getting to the phone in time,
Right.
you have no idea if your grandma needs you or whatever. So
Yeah, or the hospital call or
right,
whatever.
exactly. So we all used it.
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
point for everybody.
Okay, how about, have you scammed Columbia House or BMG out of free CDs and cassettes?
Yes.
My brother did. I don't think I ever did.
I don't know that I ever scammed them.
Well, no, but like not scammed them, but like you get the 10 CDs for $1. You remember
Then
that?
you drop your membership after
and then
that.
you drop it like right away. Yeah.
I didn't drop it right away.
So they scammed you.
Yeah.
All right. Point for Teresa.
All right. 8 from paper products with abstract teal and purple squiggle art.
Yeah, you remember that little design that's like the little Dixie cups and they would like have blue and then the little purple squiggle through them? It's like a very 80s, 90s look.
8 from
I
paper
definitely did.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. Have you watched The Price is Right when you were homesick from school?
Yes.
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 All right. How about 8 tan M&Ms? Tan M&Ms.
Remember the tan colored ones,
No, I'd say not.
Shane?
I don't remember,
Don't remember it?
but my mom had, she probably had them, and I probably ate them, but I'd say
Can't
no.
prove it.
Cannot prove it. All right. Have you ever graduated from DARE that used to come into the school system?
No. There was not a thing when
Called
I
DARE.
was in. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
How about Scared Straight?
No.
Did you do dare?
I did DARE.
Nice. Did it work?
All right. How about injured yourself with a slip and slide, a pogo ball, a skip it, or moon shoes? Have you ever gotten hurt on any of those?
No.
Slip and slide, like you always got a little bit hurt on that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You can't not get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
don't think
But I'm sure I did on slip and slide.
I'm going to give myself a point for slip and slide.
All right. How about this one? Wallpapered your bedroom with posters.
Yep.
Yes.
You know you did, Teresa.
Yes.
Teresa, what was on your poster?
The Jackson 5 and
Yes.
the Osmonds.
Okay.
You know, those kind
Okay.
of things.
Shane?
In Alabama, right?
And Alabama.
Yeah, but mine was like with BMX bikes or motocross kind of stuff.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Dan Marino was on my wall.
He's still on your wall.
I would. Actually is in the garage.
All right, last one.
Last one. Here we go. Oh, this one gets me.
Do you still have anxiety from America's Most Wanted, Unsolved Mysteries, or Rescue 911?
Yes and yes and yes.
I would say yes to Rescue 911.
Yeah.
That always
That's
freaked me
too.
out.
Yeah.
And I guess because we've got a family with firefighters and
Oh, yeah.
policemen, we heard stories all the time that were a lot more than that. So
Right.
probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I would always see that and think, that's going to happen. That's probably going to happen to me.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah.
That was terrifying. So Teresa, you got 13. Shane, you and I got 15.
Wow.
So we're right in there.
Yeah.
If you did better than us, if you scored higher, let us know what you got. And yeah, maybe we'll send you a prize. Well, we are getting into one of our favorite segments here, Grilling Teresa Dew Kelly. And so I hope you're ready for that. We're going to throw a few questions at you because, I think community service is one of these things that, if you're not careful, you'll never have time for it, right? And but there's something really like healthy in your mind, body, and spirit in volunteering that really kind of regenerates you. So how does engaging in community service help people keep that positive and youthful mindset?
I think it is a way that we kind of realize that maybe things in our life aren't quite as bad as they could be.
Perspective, yeah.
Helps give us a little bit better focus on the good things that we can do for others and be able to think it could be a lot worse.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that part.
I didn't either, but it did make me think. We've heard before how if you're down and out, go across the street and help your neighbor.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're typically going to feel better
That's
when you
right.
do that. Yeah.
And when you're going through really tough times in life, which I've had a few, and you kind of talk to other people and you realize you're really not alone if you share it and talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's good to help people when you've gone through those things, because sometimes you might have some encouraging word for somebody else.
Yeah.
So when we talk about, the podcast is really, focusing on staying youthful in mind, body, and spirit. So we've kind of addressed the mind part of that. What kind of physical, just getting out there and like doing things, going out and raking and stacking boxes and all that. Like, how does that keep you, rejuvenated instead of maybe burnt out or spent?
Yeah, well, even people that have sleeping problems, in the evening, if you work a good hard day doing something in the yard, or if you go help a neighbor or do physical things, it's going to help you rest better at night. So physically, you get a lot of benefit from helping other people, no matter what that is. If it's helping your neighbor rake the grass or the leaves, or mow the grass, or whatever it might be, those are things that physically get us active. So it keeps us young.
Yeah, I remember my mom. She would always say, we would say, well, when are you going to retire? When are you going to retire? And
Never.
She worked at Walgreens until she was 88. And she said, if I quit, I'm going to go home and die.
Yeah.
And it was a true story.
sitting-
It was a true story. So
Just sitting in, at home and not having a purpose.
Yeah.
We all need a purpose. We all need to be able to wake up every day and have something that we're anticipating or looking forward to. If you're just waking up to sit in front of the TV, and not knowing when somebody's coming to visit, or you're not going out to visit someone, it could be very depressing and, make you pull in. So I think staying youthful and being a part of the community is very important.
Yeah. So I think the biggest challenge for people sometimes is finding time and making time.
Yes.
And I feel like it is like you have to intentionally carve out time to do that, or it won't happen. So
right.
what's that look like for just a young family trying to get involved in volunteering?
And the young families are the ones that we do struggle getting to come and volunteer. But for any agency, whether it's the food bank or the church or whatever, if you make family outings so that they can bring their family to volunteer, at the food bank, they can pack bags. At CUOC, they could pack backpack pals. Those are things that the age does not matter. So you can do it together as a family. It's great to teach your children to give back in the community. My mother, I can remember sitting when I was young at the table. I'd come home from school and my mom would be doing the neighborhood ladies' hair. That's back when they had the bouffants and, teased up and curlers, the perms.
Yes.
And so she was working with people in the community that couldn't afford to go anywhere else, and she would do their hair. And I think that was probably some of the first things that I saw working with other people in the community and through the church, the outreach in the church probably instilled that in me. And now, even now, my son, is a firefighter and he's helping people every day. And my youngest son works with disabled people. He worked for a company in Alabama that he went to work for that worked with wounded war vets. And I see now that some of those same traits have been passed off to them. So I think you have to make time.
I took my crew to the CUOC, but it's, it was probably in the fall of last year. But this all just reminds me that we need to do it consistently. I think that's a piece of it too, right?
Right.
But when we went, there wasn't a specific task to be done necessarily, but it was like, all right, you guys can sweep and wipe down the handles of the carts and just be, so we're just getting all in there, and my boys are just in it and loving it. And I think the kids watching you work, that says a lot. Like you said about your mama and stuff, is that when the kids see you showing honestly humility.
Right.
It takes a lot of humility to just quietly sweep. Nobody's going to notice you. You're not going to be on the front page of the paper, but your kids will notice you, and they're watching how you're responding and acting.
And the people that are close to you, and the people in the church, and the people in your family, and people you work with. They'll, if you say, I can't do that because I'm volunteering today doing this, it shares a lot more depth than just your immediate family.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I feel kind of challenged right now.
I know. I'm feeling guilty.
That's my
A
job.
little bit. Yeah.
You're great at your job.
Yes. Well, fantastic. What do you see, what's this big impact? What's the impact that the food bank is having in your position now? And what's the overall mission and vision of the food bank? And how are you personally fulfilling that role?
So mine now is Director of Development, so that means I'm the fundraiser for our branch, which covers Lee County, Moore County, Richmond, and Scotland County. Our national averages through Feeding America are about 16% food insecurity. Scotland County is at about 21% food insecurity. So when you start looking at the larger scale of our service area and how food needs are there, we are very fortunate in Lee County that we have had the Backpack Pals program. Moore County, it came from Moore County, and Moore County Backpack Pals is run by our branch in the Sand Hills, and we were providing probably about 1,000 bags a week for our Moore County area food assistance. So right now we're doing a Stop Summer Hunger program. We were fortunate enough, the Ruby and Ernest McSwain Worthy Lands Trust give us $100,000 donation to help with matching every donation that comes in June and July. Yeah. So we now are in a push to make sure that we can provide summer feeding. We do not have a summer program in Moore County other than a couple of the Boys and Girls Club and a couple of other places to feed for the summer. So that means more mouths to feed for the clients that are coming through us. So trying to help shore up the funds to make sure that we've got food available. Since COVID, things changed a lot with the food bank. We are buying more food from farmers than what we were getting donations because the amount of food needed has increased so much that we are fundraising to try to shore that up. And so Stop Summer Hunger is important because for the next 2 months, kids are home and families have extra mouths to feed.
Okay, so for somebody listening right now, what's one action step they can take to be involved in food bank or supporting either COZ food bank, something that they can start volunteering today?
So volunteering, you would just sign up, and whether that's a local agency like Breadbasket or COC, Salvation Army here in our community in Lee County, whether it's actually through the food bank, we cover 34 counties, so there's no excuse. If you're going to be on vacation, you could stop in at a location near the beach or the coast. So there's lots of ways to give back. Financially is always important because most food bank systems, we work through Feeding America, which is a national organization. We have more buying power. And so not only just doing food drives, you could do a community food drive with your kids just to say, we're going to just go to our neighborhood, get to know your neighbors. A lot of us now, we don't even know the neighbors that we live with. So have the kids go around with a flyer, that we're taking food collections. So there's lots of ways that you can give back within your home in your small community, or you can give back on a larger scale by making donations to the food bank and to Feeding America.
How can they make a direct impact with that match that you were talking about?
So as long as it's done through the Sand Hills branch of the food bank, there are QR codes available on our website.
Which is?
We can post a link in the show notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Food Bank CENC, which is Central and Eastern North Carolina.org.
Right.
So
the link will be there. You can just click that and they'll direct
make
you right
a donation, and that will be matched.
So I'm going to go ahead and issue our challenge of the week. Maybe you're in a position to do that, to support that and have your dollars matched. That's fantastic. Maybe you're not, but maybe you can volunteer somewhere. So challenge, I don't know. Does that sound good? Like a challenge?
Sounds great.
Do one of those things.
One of those two things would be most impactful.
Yeah. Serving or giving. If you don't have time, you might have money.
Yeah. I was going to say make time though.
Absolutely.
And the time is important. It's easy to write a check or to be able to give, but you don't have the immediate feel good from doing it.
Yeah.
To see the difference that it makes.
Yeah.
So do both.
Do both.
Yeah. Cool. Well, fantastic. Well, we appreciate you, Teresa, and your contributions here. And man, we're challenged. We're gonna get it.
I'm leave here and go serve.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Go serve.
So before we let you go, we're gonna just wrap up with a quick rapid fire game here, and so I hope you're ready for that one. And maybe you guys can be against each other here, Shane and Teresa. We'll see if you guys can figure this out here. So Teresa, now in your line of work, you get a lot of donations coming in, and not all of them are the name brand things. There's some knockoff brands, right?
Yes. Yes.
I think she's got an advantage.
Yeah, she might. She
I
might.
don't know.
So we're going to talk about fake food brands or just like knockoff brands. And I'm going to give you two names of products, and one of them is going to be fake, and the other is just going to be regular fake brand. Okay. So for example, peppermint patties, right? You get the peppermint
Yes.
patties. You can get them in a whole sleeve. I'm going to give you two names. You got to tell me which one's the real fake name and which one's a fake made up that I just made up. All right. So Minty Discs or Thick Mints. Which one is the knockoff brand?
The thick mints.
Thick Mints, Shane?
I'm saying thick mints.
You guys are both correct on that one.
I have actually heard of those.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Thick
Yeah.
Mints.
That's where we shop.
Those are the Girl Scout cookies. After you eat too many Thin Mints, you just start getting Thick Mints.
thick mints.
All right, next one. This is a knockoff for Doritos. Mm-hmm. We've got Nacho Crunchies or Ditos.
Nacho crunchies.
Shane?
Nacho crunchies.
Ooh, it's actually Ditos.
Ditos.
Detos, and
And you see a picture.
just like it. Yeah, we'll throw some
have to
pictures up there.
research that.
All right, I've got some Oreo knockoffs. You've probably seen some of these. Choco Cream Rounds or Cream Betweens.
Choco cream rounds are real.
Yeah, Choco cream rounds. What?
AI just made that up, actually. Cream Betweens.
Really?
Terrible.
That doesn't even sound good.
All right, so we've got Kit Kats. All right, so I'm going to give you three options. Two of them are real. So here we go. Kit Kats. We've got Cat Caught. I've got Break Time Crunch, and then I've got Take It. Two of those are real. Name one of them.
Take it.
Take It?
Take it.
Take It. Take It is right.
First one, was that one?
Cat Caught is also real.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
The Break Time Crunch is not real. All right. So instead of Pringles, you've got Crispy Tubes or Prongles.
Prongles.
Shane, what do you say?
I was going to say crispy.
Okay, Teresa, you got that one. Nice job. Nice job. All right, just a few more here. Nutella. You guys like Nutella?
Nope.
Binge or cringe?
Cringe.
You're cringe. You're binge. All right.
I don't buy it, but I would eat it if it
All
was.
right. So we've got Choco Nut Bliss or Nut Master.
Choco Nut Bliss.
Shane?
I'm going with Teresa.
Oh, it is Nut Master. All right, Tic Tacs. We've got
See these people sitting in a room
I'm
coming up
thinking
with
of
these
the
names.
Really?
Tic Tacs. We've got Minty Bits or Tic Tics. TCC.
I'm going with the first one.
Minty bits.
Minty
yeah.
Bits. I'm sorry.
We're not good at
Well,
this.
they're just not consistent, or they're crazy.
I thought it would be a copyright or something on the
All right, so
second
we got
one.
Twix. You want some Twix? Yeah, like Twix.
Yeah, I like Twix.
Instead of Twix, you can get Jive, or you can get cookie caramel bars.
Cookie caramel bars are safe.
I'm not going to say that because it sounds too good. I'm going with the other. Jive.
Jive. It is Jive.
Yeah.
All right. Dr. Pepper. You guys like Dr. Pepper? Recently moved into number 2 of sodas, of all sodas. So, interesting facts. All right. So we've got Professor Pop or Dr. Bob.
I like Professor Pop. I'm going with that.
Professor Pop, probably, because it might be a little copyright.
It's actually Dr. Bob. I've seen like Dr. Perky. Is that what food
seen
line?
Dr.
is?
Thunder.
yeah.
Thunder.
Dr. Thunder, Walmart's
Thunder.
brand.
Thunder.
Yeah.
That's right.
Terrible. All right, well, another soda one here. Mountain Dew. You can have Summit Mist or Mountain View.
Summit Mist.
I'm going to say Summit Mist.
Man, AI is
We
is
are
good
not
at this.
good.
We are not. It's
right,
because
all
we're
right.
bougie. We like
I
the good
guess.
stuff.
Here we go. I can't believe it's not butter. Okay, and this is actually the Walmart brand here, is one of these two. So, surprising spread or wow, I totally thought it was butter.
I'm going surprising.
Wow, I thought it was butter.
I'm going surprising.
Teresa, you're right. It is. Wow, I totally thought it was butter. So, last one, Hamburger Helper. Hamburger Helper. Beef Buddy or Panburger Partner. Panburger Partner or Beef Buddy.
They're both good.
Beef buddy.
Shane?
I'm going to go with the opposite since.
Panburger Partner?
Yeah.
It's Panburger Partner.
I am not good at this game.
Oh, that's okay. That is okay. Oh, man. So that was our game, Fake Foods, and that was pretty fake.
You're going to go back and look on all the
I'm
boxes.
going to go back
Yes.
and really shop.
Yes.
I'm not a
Yeah,
I'm
check
not a
your
shopper.
inventory. I don't know what's in there. Some Dr. Bob or who knows what else. And that's a wrap for another fantastic episode of Fountains of Youth. A big thank you to our wonderful guest, Teresa Dew Kelly, for joining us today and sharing her incredible insights on community service and the amazing work being done at the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was a joy.
We hope you all enjoyed your nostalgic game of back in the day and had a good laugh with our fake foods. Remember, giving back to the community is a vital part of staying youthful in mind, body, and spirit.
And don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to the podcast.
Yes. And please leave us a review if you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for more exciting content and amazing guests. Until next time, stay youthful, stay humble, and keep spreading those positive vibes.
We're going to catch you on the flip side.
Oh, yeah.
I want some Dr. Bob.
Sounds good. Some cream betweens.
In betweens.
sounds terrible.
Was that wow? I can't believe I thought it was butter, but it
I
was
totally thought it
butter.
was butter.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, fantastic.